Today I'm going to talk about what can we learn from Shah Rukh Khan about love. I mean, in Bollywood, of course, he's known as the king of romance, but what does he really know about love, relationships? Like, is he actually wise in real life? The thing is, from a distance, he looks like this really amazing family man, but what really are his ideas about love in real life? Since he's a celebrity, I could easily find his interviews all around the internet, so I picked up one. This is something he said more than a decade ago, but it applies perfectly today because advice about love and romance, that's pretty much evergreen, right? Because human nature doesn't really change. So let me first summarize what he said in his interview to movietalkies.com. He believes that love should be personal and quiet and people should be able to just be themselves. He thinks that love is about simple things like taking care of each other, making each other smile, and listening to each other. He also said that women know how to love better than men. And as we can guess, he likes the idea of love both in personal and real life. Now I'm going to give you my take on it. So what do I really think about this advice? Clearly this advice has a lot of value, but just don't make the mistake of thinking that this is all there is. I mean, this is of course not the exhaustive list of what love should be, but this is of course a very important component of it. So I'm fully on board with the idea that instead of just trying to do big grand gestures in love, you should in the long run focus more on the simple basic things. And to take this idea forward, I'll actually give you 4 simple basic daily things that you must do to keep your love alive. Number 1, how was your day? So in the words of John Gottman, the famous researcher that I keep talking about in my videos, successful couples have great love maps. Basically, you have an idea about what's going on in each other's lives. And how do you get that idea? By talking to each other every day. So basically, on a daily basis, at the end of every day, just sit down with your partner or go on a walk with them and just ask, how was your day? Even, how is your life going on? In this time, you can talk about your daily things, your stressors, your goals, dreams, anything. The goal of this conversation is that basically the partners should not feel like strangers, which actually happens pretty commonly. Even after years and years of living in the same house, they don't have a good idea what's really going on in the partner's life. And this feeling of strangeness, this feeling of not knowing ultimately creates a lot of distance and it destroys love. So ask your partner every day, how was your day? Second daily thing, physical touch and affection. Everybody loves physical touch. That's how we are evolved. Even dogs and cats absolutely love physical touch. Affectionate touch is basically a very strong language of love and attachment. Mothers also build a strong bond with their newborn babies through touch. So it's not too different between a couple as well. You're both humans, and to develop a great bond and attachment, physical touch is super duper important. You come back home, you can hug each other. You're sitting in the sofa, you're just playing with each other. You're going on a walk, you're holding your hands. Before you go to sleep, you cuddle. And of course, there's sex too. Basically, something physical every day is a must to keep the love alive. Third point is not so romantic, but it's more functional in nature. Basically, on an everyday or sometimes even a weekly basis, discuss roles and responsibilities with your partner. How do you divide work? So if you work in a company, right, or if you run a business, you of course divide all the work among all the employees, right? Because if you're about to achieve something together, it's good that you coordinate. I mean, both of you should have an idea about what is expected from each other. Who's going to buy the groceries? Who's going to cook? Who's going to clean? Who's going to do the laundry? Who's going to drop the kids off? Who's going to take them back? There is so much that you have to manage in your personal life. You better discuss it on a regular basis. Otherwise, it can lead to so much annoyance, irritation, and disappointments. And sometimes when couples don't do this, they often miss out on super important tasks as well, and that leads to a lot of chaos. So just 10 minutes every morning. Okay, what are we going to do today? You can make it like a stand-up meeting. You don't even have to sit for it. Let's quickly make the to-do list. Fourth point is a very simple one, but the biggest secret to happiness, which is gratitude and appreciation. Partners really need to have robust gratitude and appreciation for each other regularly. It's human nature to want to criticize, to fix things, to change other people. And in all this fixing and correcting, you just forget to look at the good side. You just forget to be thankful. All of the benefits that your partner is bringing to the table. When was the last time you felt blessed for for it, and when was the last time you thanked them for it? Do what the British do. Say thank you for the smallest things. In Britain, even if you give somebody just a little bit of space so that they can just go on, they'll walk off and say thank you to you. When I traveled there, this was new to me, but it felt good. I felt acknowledged for something that wasn't a big deal at all. Your partner makes you tea, feel blessed, say thank you. Your partner listens to your rant about your office for 30 minutes. At the end, feel blessed and say thank you. You're feeling sick, so your partner comes in and does your share of the housework. Feel blessed and say thanks. Why do I keep mentioning feel blessed? Because you genuinely have to nurture internal appreciation of what you're getting here. Now, this is where I don't have any comment on what the British population does. Are they really genuinely happy inside, or are they just saying it? I have no idea. But for you, my recommendation is first really nurture that gratitude and let the positive feelings flow. And you must genuinely feel inside that my life would be so lonely and so much more difficult if my partner was not in my life, which is actually the reality in most cases. So feel it. And by the way, this fondness and admiration is one of the biggest predictors of long-term successful relationships. So do these 4 things and see how the love comes back into your relationship, or maybe it comes for the first time. And also about that comment Shah Rukh Khan made, how women love better than men. Well, I'm gonna make some very general comments here. Women on average are more in tune with their emotions. I'm not talking about the cause, I'm just talking about the current state. They're able to feel and express emotions better, and they are on average more people oriented. These are well researched gender differences. So based on these differences, it's not a far cry to think that they actually may be better at love. So he may be right. But then again, the question is, how do you really define love? What really are the skills that you put into the definition of love? And that's when you can make a real solid comparison. So I don't have that comparison yet, but if some comparison was made someday and I had to put my money on one gender, I would also probably put it on women. That's it. Now I want you to do a very simple basic thing that you do after watching a YouTube video. Like it, tell me in the comments how much you like it, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so that next time I make a video that you might like, YouTube will send it to you. Shridhar Life School now specializes in relationship counseling. We start with an in-depth checkup or assessment of your relationship, your strong and weak areas. Now, based on that, our therapists will help you using world-class techniques and interventions, which have been developed after decades of research in marital therapy. It's always better if both partners come for counseling, but if for some reason your partner is unable to join, you can definitely start on your own. To book sessions, visit our website shridharlifeschool.com.